Good morning, students. Last week we learnt establishment of political power by English East India Company and Carnatic Wars. Today we are going to learn about the first Anglo-Mysore War. Mysore and its resistance of British expansion. The state of Mysore rose to prominence in the political of South India under the leadership of Hyder Ali. He and his son Tipu Sultan played a prominent role against the expansion of British Empire in India. Both of them faced the English with undoubted courage. In 1761, he became the de facto ruler of Mysore. He also proved to be the most formidable enemy of English East India. Let us see the first Anglo-Mysore War. Causes: Hyder Ali growing power and his friendly relations with the French became a matter of concern for the English East India Company. The Marathas, the Nizam and the English entered into triple alliance against Hyder Ali. Cause: the Nizam, with the help of British troops under General Joseph Smith, invaded Mysore in 1767. Hyder Ali defeated English and captured Bangalore. In March 1769, he attacked Madras and forced the English to sign the treaty on 4th April 1769. Treaty of Madras. At the end of the war, Treaty of Madras was signed between Hyder Ali and British East India Company. Both the parties returned their conquered territories and promised to help each other in case of any foreign attack on them. Next one is Second Anglo-Mysore War. Causes: the English did not fulfill the terms of Treaty of 1769 when Hyder Ali territories were attacked in 1771 by Marathas. Hyder did not get help from the British. British captured Mahi, a French settlement within Hyder's jurisdiction. It led to the formation of an alliance by Hyder with the Nizam and Marathas against the English in 1779. Course: in 1781, the British General Sir Eyre Coote defeated Hyder Ali at Porto Novo. The Mysore forces suffered another defeat at Solinger. Hyder Ali died of cancer during the course of war. After the death of Hyder Ali in 1782, his son Tipu Sultan continued the war against the English. Tipu captured Brigadier Matthews, the supreme commander of British forces, along with his soldier in 1783. It was serious loss to Tipu. Treaty of Mangalore. On 7th March 1784, the Treaty of Mangalore was signed between the two parties. Both agreed to return the conquered territories and also the prisoners of war. Thus, Warren Hastings saved a new established British dominion from the wrath of powerful enemies like Marathas and Hyder Ali. When the British lost their colonies in America and elsewhere, Warren Hastings lost nothing in India. Instead, he consolidated the British power in India. Third Anglo-Mysore War. Causes: Tipu was trying to seek alliance of foreign powers against the English, and for that purpose he had sent his ambassadors to France and Turkey. Tipu attacked on Travancore in 1789, whose ruler was an ally of the British. The English, the Nizam, the Marathas entered into triple alliance against Mysore. Course: Tipu fought alone, which continued for 2 years. It was fought in 3 years. Therefore, in December 1790, Cornwallis himself took the command of an army. Cornwallis captured all the hill forts and obstructed his advance towards Srirangapattinam and reached near outer wall. Tippu felt desperate and opened negotiation with the English. Cornwallis agreed and the Treaty of Srirangapattinam was concluded in 1792. Treaty of Srirangapattinam. Tippu surrendered half of his kingdom to the Allies. Tippu agreed to pay 3.6 crore of rupees to the English as war indemnity and surrendered 2 of his sons as hostage to the English. The English acquired Malabar, Coorg, Dindigul and Baramahal. Next one is the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War. Tippu Sultan did not forget the humiliating Treaty of Srirangapattinam imposed upon him by Cornwallis in 1790. Causes. Tippu sought an alliance with foreign powers against the English and sent ambassadors to Arabia, Turkey, Afghanistan and French. Tippu was the correspondence with Napoleon, who invaded Egypt at that time. The French officer came to Srirangapattinam where they founded a Jacobean club and planned the Tree of Liberty. Next one is scores. Wellesley declared war against Tippu in 1799. The war was short and decisive. As planned, the Bombay army under General Stuart invaded Mysore from the east. The Madras army, which was led by the Governor General's brother Arthur Wellesley, forced Tippu to retreat his capital Srirangapattinam. On the 4th May 1799, Srirangapattinam was captured. Tippu fought bravely and was killed finally. Thus ended the Fourth Mysore War and the whole Mysore lay prostrate before the British. Mysore after the war. The English occupied Kanara, Wayanad, Coimbatore, Dharapuram and Srirangapattinam. Krishnaraja Wodeyar of the former Hindu royal family was brought to the throne. Tippu family was sent to the fort of Vellore. Next we are going to learn about Anglo-Maratha War. The Marathas managed to overcome the crisis caused by their defeat at Panipat. After a decade, recovered their control over Delhi. The Marathas were still a formidable power. The internal conflict among the Marathas was best utilized by the British in their expansion policy. First Anglo-Maratha War. In the case of Marathas, the first British intervention was at the time of dispute over successions of Peshawarship following the death of Narayana Rao. Having failed to his bid to capture power, Raghunatha Rao approached the British for help. The Treaty of Surat between English and Raghunatha Rao was concluded in 1775. The council sent Colonel Upton up to Poona to negotiate a peace with Poona Regency. Accordingly, Upton concluded a Treaty of Purandar in 1776. The treaty, however, did not take effect due to opposition from English government in Bombay. In 1781, Warren Hastings dispatched British troops under Captain Pooham. He defeated the Marathas chief Mahajidev Scindia in number of small battles and captured Gwalior. Later on, 17th May 1782, the Treaty of Salbai was signed between Warren Hastings and Mahajidev Scindia. The internal affairs of the Marathas. The internal affairs of the Marathas deteriorated further after the close of the First Maratha War. Mahadev Scindia died in 1794 and was succeeded by his grandnephew Daulat Rao Scindia. The death of Nana Fadnavis in 1800 gave the British an added advantage. Bajirao II approached Lord Wellesley, the then Governor General of India, for help. Lord Wellesley welcomed the Peshwa and made him sign the Treaty of Basin. As an immediate to the Treaty of Basin, the British troops marched under the command of Arthur Wellesley towards Poona and restored Peshawar to his position. The forces of Holkar vanished from Maratha capital. Thank you, students.